Alex. Welcome to the cave. Thank you for joining me today.
Oh, thank you for having me. My pleasure.
Exciting times, my friend. We just recently had season 7 of Netflix's Elite. You got a few other projects coming out, man. Your career, man. I was doing some research on your career, and I loved it. You're all over the place.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been lucky enough to be working like the last 3 years nonstop, so I'm more than happy.
That's awesome. And before we jump more into your projects, I want to know, like, how did you find your love for the acting world? What made you go for it?
Well, actually, I found my passion like very, very late. Actually, when I was 24, 26. Because yeah, I mean, when I was little, I used did like commercials and stuff, but I didn't know that to be an actor was a possibility. I just knew that I loved going to the cinema, and every movie I watched, I wanted to be like the the guy on the lead, but not the actor. I mean, I want to be if it was a movie about James Bond, I wanted to be a spy. Then I want to be like a teenager in love. Then I want to be a firefighter, whatever. No. So, but yeah, I mean, I even went to engineering school, so I was like very, very far from the acting career.
Mm.
But yeah, it was a friend of mine that when I was during college, she wanted to be an actress. I went with her with this school to just get some information, and like 2 years after that, I when I finished my studies, I say, come on, let's do something for you, Alex, something for pleasure and stuff. And I decided to enroll in this acting school, which is one of the best in Spain or Spanish speaking schools.
Yeah.
And I just fall in love. I just fell in
Mm.
love. The very first second I was there, I mean, I fell in love with the people in there, with the atmosphere, with the craft, with the text, with the things we were reading. And it was like a place of love, because
Mm.
everybody there really wanted to be there, and that translating into kind of warmth that's I never experienced that before. So it
Mm.
was magic. Yeah.
You mentioned, yeah, you went to school for engineering. When you finished all that, and what did you tell your family? I'm going to put that on the side. Go for the acting. How did that go? Because I know how European families are. They get pretty strict when it comes to studies and
Yeah, yeah.
everything.
No, it was complicated. But the thing is, I just said it because of the first year I didn't give up engineering a job. So I
Oh,
was like doing the two things, like going to acting school, saying I was an actor, and
yeah.
then going to my well, it was the other way around, but and going to my regular job as a series engineer during the day. But after that, I said that I was gonna give up everything to follow my dreams, and they were very, very supporting. Yeah, they were every second they were supporting me, and even it was tough because this is a crazy career job, whatever it's called, and no, and I mean, parents want their kids to be happy, and
Yeah.
they know that this path can be like tricky most of the time. So even though it was tough for them, they were so supportive, and
Mm.
I'm glad for that.
Family is very important. What was the first thing they said to you after they saw you on a movie or a TV show that you filmed or commercial? What was one of the first things they said to you when they saw you?
Because I am very close with my parents, so before they seen me on the screen, they knew all about the process. They knew
Mm.
when I got the audition, when I got the yes, they knew everything.
Mm.
So yeah, it was many stages to celebrate. Like when we got the yes, it was a very, very important time. I remember I said to the whole family in a restaurant we were having lunch.
Amazing. What's the ultimate goal in the industry? What do you want to accomplish? You think?
Well, many things. And the fun thing is every day you learn something new. Or let's say I learn about this director that I didn't know his name because I saw
Yeah.
his movies, and then it's a new goal, right? To
Mm.
ever work with this director. But yeah, I would love to work abroad. I'm looking forward to go to the US sometime, or even Mexico, because yeah, I mean, that's my passion is always to travel, discover new cultures and stuff. And if I can do that along my acting career, that's my ultimate goal, for sure, for sure.
Do you have an ultimate dream role too that you want to? You mentioned earlier, spy. Is there a certain one that you kind of hope you get one day?
That shifted a bit with the years.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, I would love to do like a spy thing, but I'm like, it's not like a specific role, but like I'm always like I would say I love this kind of roles like where they show like it's a very character driven, but also
Mm,
they tell like a specific atmosphere, let's say, and I'll always say it, but something like Black Swan
mm,
or Whiplash. I mean, that's some of my dream movies because you get a glimpse of this new environment that you don't really know about it. Let's say the musicians world or the ballet dancer. But then you see like the complex character and this his journey, and yeah, I would dream. I'm dreaming about doing something like that.
so, so yeah, let's jump into Elite now. First of all, like this show is huge in Europe, and then when it came over to the US, it took off. Also, it was number one a few
Mhm.
times throughout it. Like, how did it? What's that experience been like? First of all,
It's been great. It's been amazing because we I was at acting school. We saw the first season aired and how some of our friends or people we know got into this project and how well received it was all over the world.
yeah,
So it was like a goal, as I was saying, like
yeah,
your goals is just so I wanted to be on the show so bad. I tried to get because I got there in the sixth seasons, but I was trying to get the audition from the second season, let's say, right?
mm,
But and when I got the yes, it was like a dream came true. And when we were shooting it, it was like very because the show is huge and it's massive and it reaches all over the world. But at the same time, it's made here in Spain with
yeah.
people we know. We're like very yeah, it feels very familiar when we're shooting it. So it was like very. I was happy, very happy doing it. Hmm.
Amazing.
And
Yeah,
then I mean when I travel and even same in Spain, but when every place I travel and people like approaches you and say, hey, watch this show, whatever, it's a very unique feeling. Hmm.
mm. Now, were you watching the show even before you auditioned for Raul? Were you into it?
Yes, of course. I mean, I love the show, and also like since it was a show like let's say it's on my range of
Yeah.
it was something that I had to pay attention to.
Mm. So yeah, Raul, I want to hear about Raul's audition. How did let's hear a little bit about that. Like how did you get approached for it? And tell us about the audition.
It was a crazy one because as you know, the character is damn,
He's a mess. He's a mess.
he's a mess. He's the worst guy. I mean, because yeah, you have other villains on other TV shows where they show other, but this one is like all bad, right?
Mm,
At least on the TV show, and I had the audition for two of the main characters, Raul and another guy, and they were quite the opposite, like the good guy, the bad guy.
mm,
So for the good guy, it was easier to prepare it, but for the bad guy, I mean, first of all, I was scared. Like even reading the script, the little part of the script we had for the audition, I was scared. I mean, do I want to play this douchebag that were this but and also I wanted to give it some reality and some truth and like don't and of course don't even try to romanticize it. That was
mhm.
one of my goals from the very beginning. Like I didn't want like that to look cool. So even for the audition, I talked with so many friends of mine that they had like these kind of abusive relationships. Some of them they already knew their stories, but we also like go deeper with the stories. And I I was first of all I was shocked, and then I use those conversations to give through to the character. And even in the audition I remember a specific moment where the guy grabbed that chair and almost throw it, and I did the same on the audition because I felt it. I was like having like this kind of a rage with Carmen Arfat. I love her so much, so we were in the audition together, and yeah, when we were in the middle of my rage, whatever, and I grab a chair, and if I didn't have that conversation, I wouldn't do that.
Mm.
Mm.
Like, is there a challenge playing this type of character? And when you hear cut from the scene, do you like have
Hmm.
to take it? Do you have to like walk away, like get your thoughts back of the scene that you just filmed as this character?
I mean, it's a challenge. And even every time I got a new script and I was reading the bad stuff he does, it
Yeah,
was like, come on, because I was gonna have to portray it later, right? So I was
yeah,
like, come on, really? Fuck this guy, man. And yeah, we went into like deep, deep situations,
yeah,
which is not good to see it in front of your eyes, right? When you
right,
are committed to this and you are playing this, yeah, you're doing this for real in that second. But I mean, we got along so well. We talked about it with my co-star Carmen and Mirela, and so we had this massive conversation. We were so close together, so we knew that once we heard cut, it was like, hey, let's have a drink, whatever. Let's have a
yeah.
coffee. Yeah.
Mhm. You mentioned you know, it comes off as a bad guy, as a villain. How is it interacting? Like you mentioned earlier, fans. When these fans come up to you now, they start talking to you. Like, do you get like angry fans, or do you like sit down and actually have a conversation with them?
I was so scared about what's gonna happen,
Yeah.
but the elite fandom, it's being so nice.
Mm,
Everywhere, like every comments I got on Instagram or on the street, they also approach me like, hey, you are Alex, or you are the guy from Elite or whatever.
yeah.
And they always have like the best words for you, and it's always like this. I'm truly impressed, and I'm truly like glad for this. I couldn't be more happy with this. But even like I get some messages on my inbox or wherever, or comments on Instagram. They go like, "Hey, I hate it so much your character, whatever." But that means it. But thanks for doing it like so rough and so that, because
Yeah.
it helped me or whatever. Or thanks because it means that you put everything on the craft. So, and these kind of comments, it's not necessary that they do that. They take the time to do that because I'm just an
Mm,
actor, and they're just gonna watch the character.
yeah.
But yeah, that's so nice to see and to hear and to receive. I get so much love. Other thing is, I if I look up for my character name on something like Twitter,
Yeah.
the kind of comments would be way different. But that was the goal. So
Right. You did
I
your
can't
job
be
right.
mad.
When people talk to you, you did your job right.
I try to, yeah.
Uh, how do you describe Raul's journey in the series for the seasons that you're in?
Um, I like it better on the journey that he has on the seventh season, because on the previous one it wasn't much of a journey. I mean, he was
Mm,
started as
yeah.
bad and finished as bad. In in the seventh season, he doesn't realize many things about his own things. I mean, he definitely needs to go to therapy. But we can see like I mean, I don't want to do many spoilers, but
Right.
when he in the TV show, he has to face a new situation on his relationships where we got to see which kind of tools these
Mm,
kind of people have to attract the people and to do the things they manage to do. Because I mean, on these kind of abusive relationships that the other have,
yeah.
I mean, it's not stupid. It's in this relationship because at the beginning they saw something, they got trapped because these people have many tools
Mm,
to get what they want, and that's I see I like seeing that on this season, and also I mean along along the season he had to like face the challenge he had to face, like
mm,
being rejected, being exposed.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we mentioned how the Elite has a huge fandom. What do you hope the audience remembers mostly about like your role in this?
Sorry again.
I said I mentioned we have Elite has a huge fandom and everything. What do you hope the
Hmm.
audience remembers mostly about your performance in the series?
Mm, on the one hand, I would love that they remember that I loved being part of the show, that I did my best, that I put all my heart and my heart, my soul, my physique,
Mm,
everything on the craft because I really loved it and I wanted to give that to the audience. And on the other hand, I would love that they don't remember me that much
right.
because they will find it easier to
Mm,
love me in the next character I do. So yeah.
amazing. Amazing. So what's next for you now? Any other projects you're allowed to tell us about that you got coming out?
Um, Actually, yeah, I cannot say much because there's nothing like coming out. Like we're on the process right now.
Yeah.
But also as I was telling you, I'm trying to do some projects in the US and also Latin America. So hopefully we will see each other around there pretty soon.
Amazing.
Mhm.
Alex, how can the listeners and the fans and the viewers find you on social media to keep up with you with everything and your future projects to hopefully more elite or prequels? You never know what we see out there.
Mhm. For sure. I mean, you can find me on Instagram with Alex Pastrana. I have a TikTok which I never use, but maybe I'll get into that. But
Hey,
that's it.
it's amazing. Alex, thank you for giving me a minute today. This was great.
No, come on, my pleasure.
So yeah.